Hey guys,
I'm Loz,
I'm James,
and welcome to a brand new series on NDCYS Live called
FIFA and Faith.
So, FIFA and Faith will consist of two team members playing a game of FIFA every time and discussing some kind of religious issue or kind of a faith-based question or just life in general. So things that we think are relevant at the minute. So, what have we gone with for our first video, James?
So we've gone for discipleship. Obviously that's the thing that the bishop wants us to focus on, and it's quite a key theme in the Bible itself as well. Obviously Jesus had his apostles and the disciples as well, and then St Paul wrote quite a lot of letters, didn't he? Probably more than Royal Mail could handle. And so he wrote to quite a few communities, and one of the main messages he wrote about was discipleship. So we thought we'd link the teams kind of around that, a bit of a tenuous link, but hey ho. So I've gone for Galatasaray as my team because obviously he wrote a letter to the Galatians, and Lawrence has got Roma because he wrote it to the Romans.
So they're pretty matched teams, aren't they? So you've got a 4-star team, I've got 4.5. The kits are quite nice.
I love my
I've got like a black camo one going on there. The red one's a bit boring. I like the white one though because
it's different. I like his wristbands as well. So to keep us on track for while we're doing this, because most likely we'll talk about other stuff and about football and about other things and life, we decided to pose a question for each half. So the question for the first half is what, Lawrence?
So for the first half we're going to be focusing on the question of what makes a disciple. Okay, so the traits someone needs to be a disciple, because disciples aren't just suddenly disciples. Like there's things you have to be to call yourself a disciple.
You don't really have to qualify to be a disciple, do you? But there's things that most disciples have.
Yeah. Let's think about the disciples and the apostles in the Bible. We did a bit of research, didn't we, James?
Yes,
and looking into that, we found a few points that we thought we'd try and focus on.
Oh, as if.
I did not think that was going in.
So
let's watch that.
Nope. How? I got the how? My keeper pushed it in. That's a name and a half. Oh, dairy milk.
She's haircut as well.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive.
Interesting.
What was that? But yeah, anyway, so we did a bit of research, and we first thought, what actually is a disciple? So we found that the definition for a disciple is literally just someone who follows Jesus. And follows Jesus' teachings and his words and the way he lived his life.
Ooh, and we've got an equaliser already. We're only 10 minutes in. Oh, is it?
Oh no, I actually scored. I thought it was offside.
Belated.
Woo! Lush. But yeah, so that's what a disciple is. And my striker was definitely a disciple then because he followed what I told him to say.
And it's someone who follows the 10 Commandments as well,
and Jesus' teachings. That's a key one, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So a follower of Christ. Oh my!
What?
It was just a nice goal.
A dairy milk. Nom nom nom.
So Galatians are 2-1 up, and we're not even 15 virtual minutes into the game. I've got a feeling it's going to be quite eventful.
But yeah, so thinking about other traits that disciples can have, so obviously following the word of God and being and following the commandments is quite a big one. But they kind of did that anyway because it was kind of part of their Jewish law that they had back in them days.
Yeah.
It was actually built into their society, and then following Jesus' teachings that they did. Obviously, they literally lived with Jesus almost, and were constantly with him. So in some ways, it was kind of easy for them to follow his words. But there were other things that they did that weren't so easy. What were some of them then?
Well, as a disciple, they had to be quite selfless and not be afraid to sacrifice things to follow Christ. And we're 3-1 up.
You're not 3-1 up.
Well, I'm just from an outside point of view, we being
Faced by the goalkeeper, that was the challenge.
You should comment down below who you think's going to win.
Yeah, I
Like, just
mean,
for pure
at
love.
this stage,
Yeah, but
Galatians are doing pretty well there.
the Romans could have come back. We're still early on in the game.
3-1 the scoreline as we restart.
But yeah, so obviously, what were you saying about them being selfless and that they needed to have?
Yeah, so the disciples left a lot to follow Jesus. If you remember the primary school hymn, "Follow Me," they left everything. They left their homes and family. How? So they left everything to follow Jesus. So it was a big commitment, and they did a lot of selfless things while with Jesus. They helped a lot of people. And it was just generally quite
a big thing
challenging
for them,
thing,
wasn't
yeah. So they really did commit themselves to it, and another thing we were looking at, James, was what?
That was that they shouldn't be influenced by like the society around. Oh my! That they shouldn't be influenced by the society and the world around them, because obviously, like we were saying, how they left everything. It wasn't an easy decision. They also then got like frowned upon for that almost, because I did press it, don't worry. Frowned upon, all because of like what they've believed in really, and how it all went, and like what they did. So like the high priest at the time and like the Pharisees, they didn't really like Jesus' words because he was quite a radical teacher, and like. Oh my! What is this half?
I'm not enjoying this game.
So yeah, it was. He talked a lot about things that they didn't agree with, and it could have brought the apostles and disciples like under persecution for just simply following Jesus and having a faith. So yeah, but it's coming up to half time, so we have a quick recap of the things we've spoke about.
So we've talked about following Christ and following the commandments, being selfless and being prepared to sacrifice things, and also not being too easily influenced by the world. So we're at half time. Let's have a look at the stats. I'm not looking forward to it. Wow, 60% possession.
But both got 100% pass accuracy. Your pass accuracy is really good this game.
It's very good. Yeah.
And shot accuracy is quite good.
Oh, the keeper.
Oh
What's he
no.
done?
Oh no.
Well, that's an absolutely
I mean,
stunning
that's why you
goal.
don't bring your keeper out.